Adrian, we're in Lakeside today. Look at that.
Stunning.
The property is just literally 2 minutes walk away around the corner. Your first introduction to Lakeside?
I'm excited.
We've arrived now at the villa, a short walk from the lake and the condominium pool area in Lakeside. Firstly, I'd like to introduce Adrian from our Irish office, who's over here for a couple of months, I think. I think you're enjoying the weather as much as anything.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning and a real pleasure to be here. So thank you, Neil.
No worries. Yeah. It'd be nice to sort of talk about what you do, because people will probably know have seen your names on emails and you've had the telephone conversations.
When people are starting their journey and just getting a sense of looking for a property in Portugal and specifically the Algarve, we have the first conversation in Ireland along with the team in the office here in Quinta, Lago. And people at this point in time are looking for sometimes very specific type of property in a location that they've said, you know what, this is where I think I would like to be. Yeah. This is the kind of property I would like to buy. This is my budget range, and I want to have my house for next summer, for example. You'd have two scenarios where people are very prescriptive, or somebody is curious as to what's happening at the moment down in the Algarve. And
it's also important to point out that we're dealing with people at all budget levels, really, aren't we?
We are, you're absolutely right. We're dealing with people at all budget levels at different times in their lives, wondering how they can escape a little longer to the sun each year from all corners of the world. The Algarve, for some people who may not have spent enough time here, or those who have spent lots and lots of years here, they've got to that stage in their lives, no matter their age profile, saying, do you know what, I think I just want to find my resting place or somewhere I can spend a lot of time. So people's curiosity is whetted when they get in touch with us in Ireland, but when they come down and see what the offering is, and indeed look at other opportunities and locations and different styles of properties.
Absolutely. Well, that's our job, isn't it? Then?
That's your job.
What I should point out at this point is Adrian is, she's obviously very familiar with the Algarve, been coming here for many, many years. Massive keen cyclist and one of those crazy people that likes the morning swim in extreme temperature swimming. I mean, maybe not so much here in the Algarve, but certainly back home in Dublin and in Ireland. I suppose the first instance is to really talk about the property. It's a 3-bedroom property with actually a bit of flexibility on the first floor, but we'll come back to that. But yeah, realistically, probably one of the best condominium pool areas in the Algarve, in my opinion. I mean, absolutely magnificent, huge swimming pool overlooking the lake. There's a condominium pool just behind here that services around about, I think there's 7 or 8 properties. And then beyond that, there's another condominium pool. So well serviced, but we're so near to the campus, for heated swimming pools and outdoor swimming pools. And obviously you've got the beach and the lake itself. Let's have a look around the house, I think, Adrian. Unless there's something more you'd like to add about, the lakeside, the area, or...
Well, I think as you rightly say, it's just everything is on your doorstep, and because you're within easy reach of so many places, and what I've noticed this morning is how private this area is and how quiet and secluded. So it's kind of, its own little paradise.
Absolutely.
Clearly has a lot to offer.
Yeah. Wonderful. We've just walked through the property from the rear of the house, and now we're stood at the front door. Obviously there's a lovely little entrance with steps and sort of calçada stone that lead you into the property. So Adrian, this would have been sort of classic, back in the day, lakeside style, with the marble. We do see it here as we go into the lounge area, but the current owners have actually modernised to an extent.
Okay.
They put this flooring in the bedroom and in this bathroom. So as you see, current owners have actually created this ensuite bathroom, which also doubles up as a cloakroom when it does have underfloor heating in the bathroom area. Obviously, you know, all the modern appliances, they put in new granite work surfaces, flooring's been modernised. I'll come to a feature that we see a lot in Lakeside where people are actually open planning the kitchen areas. But we come into this sort of nice dining area, the sort of sunken lounge. It's very sort of classic, traditional. Nice high ceilings as well.
Yeah, open, bright, airy, and a lovely flow out to the back terrace, which you're going to show us.
A lot of the properties you'll see now in Lakeside, obviously behind your back, as you're sort of taking, you're videoing us, that all gets open plan. You can see that, Adrian, can't you? That it creates this big open space.
Yeah, and it's versatile in terms of how you'd use it as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
And we've got a fireplace here too.
Yeah, nice open wood burner. The current owners have put in new double glazed dooring and fly screens, as we say, leading out onto this barbecue area.
It's really handy actually when you come through the front door that you be able to store some of your golf clubs and sporting equipment in 2 storage areas downstairs. There's one really generously sized cupboard here, which is floor to ceiling height, so that would be especially handy when you're coming in on those occasional wet days to hang the gear. And then also we have a second storage space here for the golf clubs, which is great. And I know Neil has some ideas too as to where you can store the bicycles, given that you're so close to fantastic cycling routes.
I've just been looking at, we need to have a look at this outside because it's absolutely stunning. The Casa del Lago and the Reserva through the trees there on across the lake. And as you'll see, the little calçada pathway that leads down to the lake, Adrian, where we filmed earlier this morning, just shows you how close we are to the lake. And the terrace below, the seating areas, it's a good sized terrace, isn't it, Adrian?
Yeah, lots of area in the sun, some in the shade as well.
Absolutely, which is essential.
Yeah.
So just off that balcony, I mean, it's fair to say we need to talk about this area. This would have been originally a covered terrace. Over the years, many of the owners in Lakeside have actually closed this sort of open terrace off and created either a winter room or put in a sofa bed. It's great with young kids, you know, mum and dad, master bedroom, underfloor heating in the master suite there. Nice big size bedroom. And then leading into here, the guest room. This is the 3rd bedroom. And again, ensuite bathroom, underfloor heating. It's just the flexibility that covered terrace room gives you. I think, you know, for families it works really well, or even for a couple. If you just wanted a winter room, you've got those views from that room, I think it works extremely well. And Adrian's actually waiting for us on the roof terrace. Let's go and meet her up there. Roof terrace, I know you've been taking in the views, is marvelling at the actual views here.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of people sort of jogging, walking around here. It definitely has that sort of vibe, doesn't it, you know, for health and fitness, wellness.
Absolutely, and like with the midday sun here, and look at the terrace. I mean, it's gorgeous, lovely space. The fact that everything is so close to you, you didn't kind of expect this. I didn't realise there was so much available locally.
Okay.
But now I have a better sense of it, and that you could be within distance of, you know, the shops, the campus, running tracks, as you say, in the lake area, and private space for the children in no time.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the things. Actually, the condominium fees are around about $2,500 a year for a 3-bed
in this location.
This location. One other thing that I forgot to mention earlier: there are 2 tennis courts that are available for Lakeside owners. solar heated water system in the house. Fundamentally a very, very good property.
Absolutely. And can I cook over here as well?
You certainly can if you want. I mean, we'll have to nip out and buy some food, but down here in the garden area, obviously this is the side of the house, and you'll see AstroTurf is laid out here. Because Adrian went through all the storage issues and whatever, and knowing her and knowing that she loves cycling, my idea was to put some sort of form of wooden shed here in this area, or it could even go at the front, so you could store some, bicycles and things like that. In summary, Adrian, the property, airco, heating, solar panelled water heating throughout, a traditional style but with some elements of modernisation, underfloor heating in the bathrooms and whatever. I'm going to let you talk about the feel and the vibe of the house, because obviously you're embracing that by being here from Ireland.
My first impressions, and indeed lasting impressions, just the ambience, the flow, the fact that it's end of terrace. But I think it's amazing just to find something in this area at the moment.
Absolutely
it comes
true.
Back to your original question about how the market is.
Yeah.
And it's just, when you see a little gem like this, it's certainly worth a look.
Yeah.
And if you want any more details about the property, to visit our website www.vendiciproperties.com.
Absolutely.
And see this gorgeous lakeside property.
No.
Thank you, Neil, for taking me
No, I was going to thank you very much, Adrian. It was it's a pleasure to show you around. I mean, I know you love the Algarve and what it has to offer, and it's just good that we've been able to feature this property with you today. But thanks again, and thank you very much for watching.